How to be a lightning rod for creative inspiration. That's something that I've been refining within myself and studying a lot recently. All of the great artists and all of the great people you hear of, they get their inspirations from this otherworldly source, it seems. And especially with creative inspiration, it's more about removing the blocks that you have than it is about grinding, tedious, hard work. So it's about clearing everything that you have in the way and becoming a clear channel for inspiration to flow through. And no matter what beliefs you hold, it could fit into your belief system. So let's just call it inspiration itself. You have to be clear for that inspiration to flow through you. And if you're blocked off, that inspiration will not flow through you. And everyone experiences this. I'll give you an example of when I write. When I'm writing and I'm not clear, I have my own doubts and fears and my body's tense and my mind is thinking about other things and distracted, writing feels like the most grinding, tedious process. It's the hardest thing to do. And even though I'm writing, it feels like torture and it feels just so strenuous. But if I get myself into a state where I'm feeling light and I'm cleared out and there's no fears or doubts or anxieties or distractions and things like that, when that's all clear, it just flows through me and I'm writing from that natural flow state because I'm a clear channel and it's just going through me. I'm not like the producer of it, I'm the channel for it. So that's how creative inspiration works. So here are a few ways to get yourself into a state to become a clear channel for creative inspiration and insight and ideas and all of that kind of stuff, because that's where the magic happens. And just bringing yourself to that state, it's going to be helpful for anyone and for any situation, no matter who you are. It's always good to get creative inspiration. It's always good to get insight, and it's always good to come up with new ideas, no matter who you are. So one of the main things is walking outside. I always talk about this, but it brings you to a state where your anxieties fade away. You're using your body, but it's kind of on autopilot. So you just get into this state of creative inspiration. And you're outside, so you get the fresh air, you get the nature aspect of it too. So walking really brings you into a state for ideas and insights to just flow through you. It really turns you into a lightning rod for creative inspiration. And another thing is creating some sort of accountability with yourself. So with what I do is I set a timer for either 30 or sometimes 40 or 50 minutes. Usually it's 50 minutes. And I'll set the timer for 50 minutes, and that will be a writing block for me. So that's a means of really getting rid of all distractions and all doubt from myself. So it's like an agreement. There's going to be no distractions for this 30-minute period. So it's clearing away distractions with that aspect of self-accountability. So that's another tool to use. Use some sort of accountability to remove all distractions away. And another strategy is stretching. Because in my experience, when my body is tense, my mind is tense too. It's intimately connected and linked. So if I do some stretches and ease the tension in my body, I therefore ease the tension in my mind too, and it's much easier to get into that flow state. Like if I try to write or do anything when I'm cramped and holding on to tension, it's just not happening. It's going to feel like the most strenuous thing. But if I'm limber and flowing, the words are going to be limber and flowing too. And another one to really get you into a state of being a clear channel is diet. So you need to be a healthy vessel. You can't be, chugging beers, eating McDonald's, and drinking Coca-Cola and expect to be that clear channel for ideas and inspiration to run through you. You don't have to, but it's very conducive to eat a healthy diet in order to more easily get into that flow state and to more easily be that clear channel. Because think about all the toxins that you hold in your body and things like that as like blocks. They really are like blocks. And then when you get into it with gut bacteria and fungal overgrowth and things like that, all that stuff that comes with eating sugary processed foods and all that stuff, those negative gut bacteria, they literally create cravings for you. So it's like a mild form of possession too, and it really affects your cognitive state. You know, it makes you more susceptible to depression and anxiety when you're eating those terrible quality foods. So just eat real food, get your nutrients in, don't intake so many toxins, and you'll be that clear channel, that clear flute for inspiration to play itself through. And another one is meditation. Meditation, it's like the common thread for everything, and it's the foundation for which any change is built upon. So just being able to observe your thoughts and getting to that perspective that you just witness your thoughts and emotions instead of being completely immersed in them and at their mercy. Because once you get into that meditative state, that's where the creative insight and inspiration happens. But if you're a slave to your emotions and thoughts, you're never going to be the master of them, if you know what I'm saying. So it brings you to that higher perspective, and from that higher perspective, you're clear for that inspiration to come to you and flow through you. So pick up a meditation routine. What I do is 21 breaths every morning. I made a video about this too. Before you get out of bed, just sit on the side of your bed and take 21 deep breaths through your nose. That's such an easy form of meditation, and it'll change your life. It's simple and short, but it's very, very profound and effective. And one more thing to make yourself into a clear channel is to release stress and have fun. So if you're living a stressful lifestyle, take steps to make your lifestyle less stressful. And that's going to look different for everyone. And then do things that you have fun doing. So do more things. Pursue what makes you eager and what makes you have fun and what makes you happy. Do more of those things, and you'll find that you are just a lightning rod for that creative inspiration. You know, maybe you like playing with your dog, and while you're doing that, first of all, you'll be so in the moment, and then your lifestyle overall will be changed. And so throughout the day, you'll be more of that lightning rod for inspiration. You'll be more of that clear channel for that divine inspiration and insight and those ideas to flow through. So it's all about removing those blocks, removing all those fears, removing all those doubts, because once they're removed, all the good stuff just flows through. So it's more about removal than accumulation. So clear the bullshit away, and then you're just left with that pure state of inspiration. That's what it all comes down to. All right? So get inspired, you know. Be that clear channel. Be that flute which the divine plays its song through. All right? Peace, peace, much love, and one love.